Hi, and welcome to episode 5 of YouTube channels for EFL teachers.
This week, we would like to tell you about a channel called 60-Second Docs, where you can find documentaries that are about 60 seconds long. There are several playlists on the website, such as focusing on wealth or the digital age, old-timers, Law and Order, fantastical. You get the idea. We're pretty sure that you're going to find here something that you or your students appreciate.
Let's talk a little bit about why it's a good idea to use documentaries in your classes. I can think of a number of reasons. First of all, good documentaries showcase good storytelling skills, and these are so important in this day and age. Secondly, watching documentaries helps foster empathy in students because they need to put themselves in somebody else's shoes and consider different perspectives. Last but not least, working with documentaries that are recent is just like working with the news because it's fresh and exciting, it's contemporary, but it can always be good, or it doesn't always have to be tragic and bad.
Here is the video that we selected for today. And now I'm deliberately not showing you the title of this video because I think that would be giving too much away. So I just want you to focus on what you can see in the picture and a caption, because these documentaries come with captions and those can be exploited in lots of different ways. So Batman is knocking on the door and saying, "I know I can get these animals." So one thing I like doing with this is getting my students to predict what this video is about. So what is Batman doing here? And what does he mean when he says, "I know I can get these animals"? So this is activating students' background knowledge and also playing with the multiple meanings of get and the multiple meanings of animals as well. So what does Batman mean and what could this documentary be about? And then, after my students have speculated and shared, and we discuss this in open class, I show them the title, which is Guy Dresses as Batman to Save Cats and Dogs from Shelters. So I imagine that's not quite what you were thinking of. It's usually not quite what my students were thinking of. So we can see that animals is actually cats and dogs in this case, as opposed to whatever else you were thinking. And we've got the delexicalized use of get here.
And then once students know the title and have seen a screenshot from the film, I like to get them to create their own version. 1 minute is just the right length for a movie that students can create either in the lesson or as homework. My students usually find this quite engaging because we do this all the time in our everyday life. I mean, when was the last time that you pressed record to make a video? One thing I like doing when my students make their own videos is assign students different roles. So there could be a script writer, a cameraman, a director, a narrator. With this video, another important question is who is going to play Batman? Whether someone is going to dress up as Batman or they're going to draw a Batman character. Possibilities are endless. And when the movies are ready to be watched, then you can create a nice little cinematic experience in your classroom. You can draw the curtains, you can get popcorn. One thing I always like to do is make sure there is positive feedback on these movies. So that could be a little Academy Award ceremony or students saying one thing that they loved about each movie. But it's really important for me to help sustain motivation when students have produced something. Another thing I like doing with documentaries like this is a little media literacy work after we have watched all the movies and the original as well. Because let's take a moment to look at the title of this short film. I think there's something interesting about the title.
Because the title is Guy Dresses as Batman to Save Cats and Dogs from Shelters. Now let's have a look at the video from the beginning, and I want you to consider how appropriate and accurate that title is.
People want to know why I'm dressed as Batman, and I tell them why you should adopt and not shop. I know I can get these animals to a better place.
There you go. Good boy.
Batman stands for, doing good. That is what I try to translate into my nonprofit. Batman for Paws works with shelters that have homes lined up. I get animal transport requests.
So does Batman save these animals? I mean, the animals have homes that are lined up, and what he does is he transports the animals to the home. So is that saving the animals? Is that true? Is that a lie? Is it manipulation? Does that matter? What do you think? What do your students think? Okay, I'll leave you with that question to ponder today. And I hope that you get to try the channel with your students, and we'll see you next time with another video. Bye.